I've got an awesome buried treasure today. Back in 2012 on the PlayStation 3, there was a little game called Starhawk that came out, which was kind of like a spiritual sequel to Warhawk. Warhawk was somewhat successful. It was a cool, flying shooting game, which was a remake or a revisit to a brand that Sony actually had on the very first PlayStation 1, and then they brought a PlayStation 3 game out, and then Starhawk was supposed to answer a lot of Warhawk's disappointments, most notably a single-player campaign or a single-player story, and it does have it's an okay one. It's a little cheese ball, but it kind of gives you the setup for why you're fighting against these rifters on this planet called Dust. Gave you a lot of the flying mechanics and stuff. It was basically Warhawk in space, but you also got some ground combat, some third-person action adventuring and combat. You also had the ability to craft environments and almost give you a pseudo RTS style of injection into the gameplay, and it was super cool, super fun, and it was instantly forgotten and ignored by most of the gaming public out there. And I don't know what the reason was behind that. The destruction was plentiful, the effects were cool, but it was really, I just dig the ship-to-ship combat and flying around. There was a robust multiplayer component in there, and I'm sure all of that is long dead now on the server side, but it's still worth checking out, especially for you PlayStation completists out there and anybody that's a student of video games. Because this game didn't succeed, there were no sequels. We haven't really heard much from the Hawk franchise that Sony has, but it's unfortunate because Starhawk was really cool, and it's absolutely a buried treasure.